So that's why you have to tour so much to make some money.
Well, touring is just something you get used to. It's extremely hard and psychedelic for me to go back home and relearn how to do the dishes, buy the toilet paper, stuff like that. It's so easy living in hotels. You just get used to that kind of living. But no, touring is way of life would sound a bit corny, which it probably is, but it is a way of avoiding growing up, and it is a way of seeing a lot of places you would never go to, you know, weird places, Minneapolis, and get your drink spiked in Minneapolis, and waking up from a hotel with an hourly rate next morning with everything stolen off of you. It's like Indiana Jones without the hat and the money, kinda.
Oh, you guys make good money on tour?
No, I got the hat. No, you don't actually, because it's like a lot of people don't realize the fact that the bigger the venue, the bigger the tour, the bigger the expenses are as well. So you got to put on a great light show and more PA and stuff like that. So basically, I guess that the most money comes from merchandise. Yeah, so T-shirt sales and stuff like that. I don't know the exact figures, I don't want to know, but I think that's the way that you keep on funding yourself. We're not broke, but we're not zillionaires either. We're not rappers,
You want all the girls to keep buying your shirts?
Well, girls and boys and everything in between. And we're trying to figure out a new line of clothing for animals as well, so we expand our territory to kids, obviously. So we're omnivorous when it comes to that. It's just a complex thing. We're musicians. I write songs, we perform, and we're happy doing that. And then we're lucky enough to be in a situation where there's people who design fairly good T-shirts as well. So we don't have to do that. We can just concentrate on the essential.
And that is making music, creative part.
Well, that's the thing I've been doing since I was a kid. Obviously I've been buying a lot of Iron Maiden and Cathedral type of negative T-shirts as well, so I know what I like. But I'm not a businessman. I'm a musician. So, and I'm not Gene Simmons.
Okay.
Well,
You take pride in that.
I'm thinking about Gene Simmons' sex tape or alleged sex tape. Yeah, I do take pride in that.
Okay. So, but you have good managers and stuff to work it all out for you?
Oh, yeah. We're glad actually to have Seppo's the name of the guy. He's been with us since the very beginning of the band, so he's not stealing too much from us. And he does have really fat illegal accounts, probably in Cayman Islands or something like the French Riviera. He's got like mansions and shit, and we don't have anything. But it's better than nothing. We still have the bread on the table, and we're able to pay our phone bills. So we're good.
And you like your job?
I don't still consider it a job. I consider it an overwhelming, very much extended hobby, and a passion in a way that is weird that it has taken us so far. It very rarely feels like a job, and when it does feel like a job, that's the time to actually go back home and relax. That's a sign that I get a bit burned out, something like that. And of course it happens to people, to everybody, but not playing gigs, you might be hungover, you might be feeling, under the weather and stuff like that, but that's not a part that you would think, ka-ching, now we just made, I gotta go on stage because I'm gonna make like €1,000 for singing crappy songs for an hour and a half. It's not like that yet.
Maybe in all the reunion tours in 20 years.
Well, we keep on splitting up, so this is probably our like zillionth reunion tour in a way. But yeah, we're gonna do a proper one. Sure. Just play. We're gonna do an extensive tour in Germany and just play "Join Me in Death" 10 times in a row. That's our way of celebrating our reunion whenever that happens. But we're trying to figure out also a way to use like cyborgs to make it a bit more Kraftwerky, the whole thing, so we don't have to actually be on the stage. Or like Boney M, have one original member in all the different hymn bands, have Gas having one hymn, and I do one hymn, and that'd be good, We make 5 times the money, and we still wouldn't be rich because of the percentage our manager takes off from us.
You should manage yourself then. But that's a job, and that's not fun.
Well, I do manage myself manually, sexually in a hotel room, but not money-wise with the rock band.
You have to do it manually with all the girls screaming at the concerts?
Well, they scream at the concert, but they don't scream at the hotel room.
Why not?
Maybe I smell. I don't know. Maybe I smell bad. I've got bad manners, something like that. I don't know. I'm a fairly romantic person. I'm still waiting for...
True love.
Well, not true love. I've been in love a couple of times in my life. I'm very glad and very happy for that. But I'd rather save myself. There's not a lot to save, so I gotta save the last little tiny pieces I can. My goods are very damaged.
Yeah? From what?
Excessive partying.